Beautiful. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Jen, you want to kick it off with the usual update?
Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm still trying to catch up from the Phantom AMA that we just did. You know, it's Tuesday, it's bright and early in the week. Goals for this week are basically over the weekend, we had some really great progress done on the smart contract. And I was talking a bit through with the rest of the team and getting more into the details of all the staking features that we're going to be implementing. And what's really crazy, and this is why I had that preemptive tweet that went out yesterday. I think we might have sent it a little too early because I know some of that artwork is actually still being even further finalized. But really, what the development team is building with our staking platform, I think, is going to really define flexible staking. Like, I was just kind of thinking about like I have a crypto.com card where you're staking Chronos, and then I've been a part of a couple of other like small staking protocols where I've just like played around. And one thing that I've noticed with those staking protocols is, you literally just like lock your tokens or your crypto for X amount of time, and you get rewards like maybe once a week or every 2 weeks automatically distributed to you, but that's it. Like, you can't touch, you can't unstake, you can't really break that stake at all with a lot of these platforms. But all the features that we'll be giving you guys with NFT stakes is really, it almost doesn't even feel like staking. It's so flexible, but it is still staking. You are able to earn rewards and there is a yield there, but I think there's going to be a lot of features incorporated that you guys will be really pleasantly surprised by. Excuse me. So I was just talking through that with the team. I do have a call later today to go over it in even more detail as we start to really comb through our white paper and rewriting a lot of these portions to make sure it's accurately reflected for V3. We're also going to be going through our website. I think one of the things, like the design of our website looks really great, but we need to get the copy to a place where it's more easily understood. So if anyone comes to our website, it's not like what is DeFi, and it's more in layman's terms. So we'll be looking at doing that this month as well. I think we have a couple more AMAs coming up. We have a really fun event coming up this Thursday with DeFi Talks. Please make sure to be there. I think it's going to be a good one. We have some special guests from Gate.io and Gate Chain, and I think we're going to look to have a really fun conversation around what EverRise is and, centralized exchanges and the whole landscape of DeFi. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know, guys. Honestly, there's a lot going on at all times. Like, we have 100 t-shirts that we're going to start shipping out this week. TJ, am I missing anything? Like, we have our Avalanche hackathon presentation coming up. We are supposed to hear back sometime this month from last month's presentation we did for Binance's most valuable builder, which is really exciting. I think right now market conditions are obviously a little weird and unstable, and the world is in a really weird point in time. But for us, I think it's, we have our marching orders. We know EverRise V3 is coming. There's a lot that needs to get into place in order for us to do that. We're going to keep pushing out educational content. I'm not sure if you guys are watching on YouTube, but you might notice this is different than I'm normally sitting at. I've started to build out my own office, and I'm building it in a way that's standing set because there is so much content that, like, I've talked to TJ about that we want to create, that I need to create for navigating DeFi. So I'm hoping to film 2 more episodes this week, start filming some social media content for TikTok and Instagram. And I think really, just a little bit of an update on the marketing side. Our focus is going to be, 1, getting things in place for V3. 2, continuing to beat this educational drumbeat and start to build this backlog of content that will start activating this month. You know, I'm looking at the market. I'm also looking at data from our past campaigns. And for me right now, it just doesn't make sense to allocate a ton of like paid media ad spend. There are a couple of folks that I'm talking to, and maybe I'll do like some small strategic campaigns around the V3 launch. But really, like, I think we continue to be active on social. We continue to engage with new communities and get the word out there. And, you know, we save our marketing wallet for another rainy day. So I don't know. That was a long-winded spiel. TJ, was that the kind of update you were looking for?
That was it. I mean, that definitely satisfied me. If anyone in the audience has any questions, now is the time to raise your hand. We're here for the next 50 minutes. I don't see any hands raised at the moment, so we will wait.
While we wait, I'll tell you guys a funny story. I actually got to meet a member of the EverRise staff yesterday for the first time. Ironically, we're always on voice chat or on video chat, but it was my first time getting to meet Buddy in person, and we spent the day co-working together. And that was really cool. Like, I was like, oh, it's like my internet friend / coworker. Now we actually get to be in the same room, working on stuff. And it was funny. I think, Buddy, I see you here in the audience, but I remember it was really funny because even afterwards, it was like, we still mostly chatted on Telegram, even though we were like right next to each other. So
I can relate.
And for the people that don't know who Buddy is, he obviously works with Jen in marketing, does a lot of the copywriting for us. So just for people listening in, hey Buddy, I know you're there listening in. It's amazing that that's the first. You know, it must have felt a bit weird, Jen. Obviously we all work remotely.
It wasn't weird in the sense that like, oh, it's weird there's
different?
another person here. It was just like, oh, you're real. Like, you're not behind a 16-inch screen. Like,
Daly, I brought you up. I saw you had your hand raised. How's it going?
Hey, all is well. Thank you for asking. I just have two questions. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, first question is, do the OG risers who migrated the OG tokens still get the NFTs that was said?
Yes. So right now, those NFTs, the artwork is completely done. What's really exciting about V3 is we're going to have the transferable infrastructure built, the bridgeable infrastructure built. And so I think if we don't end up launching it with V3, it will come very, very shortly after that we'll be able to deploy those NFTs. You know, I think a part of the reason why it took us so long to actually get them out is because the development team was like, hey, we want to make these bridgeable and we know we can do it. Thank God, because they actually got a running start on creating the infrastructure for our NFTs coming with V3. But that infrastructure, my point is that infrastructure will be there for V3, so it will be very easy for us to deliver the migration NFTs as well as achievement NFTs for stakes that will be completed or are already completed.
All right, awesome. That's really good to hear. My last question I have, I'm pretty sure you probably already answered it, but can we expect the migration to version 3 to be the same process as version 2 from version 1?
So it's going to be a little bit different because we do have to migrate staked tokens over into this new staking platform and to follow this new staking protocol. We will be leveraging airdrops to do that since stakers cannot currently access their staked tokens. And then we're also going to open up Evermigrate for V2 holders that have unstaked tokens to migrate their tokens. But for us, it's really important that we get everyone over to V3 as quickly as possible. So we'll be taking a two-pronged approach, like I said. We'll be airdropping NFTs, the NFT stakes for stakers. We're going to be opening up Evermigrate for V2 to V3 migration for a period of time. And then we will shut down Evermigrate for V2 to V3, and we will airdrop the remaining tokens that had not migrated. This is one, in part, to get everyone on V3 as quickly as possible. Two, you will all have the contract address well in advance of migration, in terms of like well in advance before we actually start. And then three, we do want to make sure that we are protecting against airdrop scams, which is why we'll be leading with Evermigrate first. And after a period of time, we'll close Evermigrate, and everyone at that point will be airdropped tokens who didn't migrate.
Okay, awesome. I have one more question. Just came listening to you with this. Is for the people who have a hard time, staying up to date, with
Daly, you cut out for me there.
My apologies. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a little educational, I guess for me and anybody else who might care. What is the difference between using Evermigrate and having the contract migrate on its own? Like I've seen other tokens where they just do it on they change the contract on their end, and your tokens automatically change over to the new contract. What's the difference between that and the way Evermigrate works?
Well, I think most projects, they're not changing their contract, because once your contract's deployed on the blockchain, like you can't change the contract address, you can really only change specific functions within the smart contract, right? So I think what you're actually seeing with a lot of these projects are airdrops. Airdrops are good and fun and fine, and I think they definitely have their place in which they work within the DeFi space. Like obviously we'll be leveraging airdrops to a certain extent. But I would say like there's two things with Evermigrate that I think is really, really key. Number one, it makes the process of extracting locked liquidity on a protocol that has they locked their liquidity, but they need to go to a V2 or a V3 or upgrade their smart contract. It makes it a lot easier for them to actually extract that liquidity while being transparent with their community. Because how sketchy is it if you go to a Telegram group and you've been like holding a token for, a minute, and they're like, okay, guys, we are migrating to a smart contract, but we need to extract the liquidity. Please send your tokens to this wallet address and we will airdrop you new tokens. This is traditionally how these liquidity extractions go. And you're putting your trust and your faith in that developer that when you send them those tokens, that in a week or 2 weeks, whenever they migrate, that they're going to airdrop you the correct amount of tokens. We've seen a lot of airdrops like this go wrong. Either developers go rogue and they completely disappear and they go bye-bye, or they start doing the airdrops. The airdrops are inaccurate and they're wrong, and you're not airdropping the right token amounts and whatnot. So that can also be a mess, especially when there's supply consolidation. So the big thing with Evermigrate is it allows developers to take these old smart contracts that they want to upgrade, right? Plug it into Evermigrate, and they can go like, hey, I have this smart contract. I want to move to this new one. And for every 10 tokens on the old smart contract, it equals 1 new token on the new smart contract. And they're able to set these automatic conversion ratios. And then users are able to go to this platform and swap their old tokens for new tokens in just a couple of clicks. And what's also great, fun fact about Evermigrate is airdrops are very, very expensive to do, especially if you're on a blockchain like Ethereum, where gas fees are incredibly high. And so what this allows projects to do is they actually, us as users, we pay gas all the time. Like we'll pay, 10 cents for a transaction here, 2 cents for a transaction there. Instead of having the project accumulate all of the gas cost, all of the users are actually just able to pay the gas. And it makes it much more affordable for projects to be able to over into this next step. So again, for EverRise, when we go to V3, we'll be airdropping the NFT stakes, which will also airdrop all staked tokens to those who have staked before. The big thing with EverRise V3 that makes this really easy for us is we're doing a one-to-one migration. There is no supply consolidation. So even when you go into Evermigrate, like the idea is if you want your tokens immediately and you want them right away, you'll use Evermigrate. If you don't mind waiting for a period of undisclosed time for the airdrop, then you can get them via the airdrop. But for us, it's like we just want to make sure that anyone who wants their tokens immediately can get them immediately, and that we're able to move every single person that's on V2 to V3 without compromising how do I say this? Without compromising wallet security, if that makes sense.
Well, I will say that was very well described. I love that. I'll just leave with I love what you guys are doing. Thank you guys for answering the questions. I'll share a little story in regards to the self advertising that Rise does. I found you guys because of one of the rug pulls, and one of the EverRise community, well, a couple of EverRise community was like, oh, this is why Rise is important. This was like maybe, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months ago, or even 6 months ago. And so that's advertising in itself, that every time a huge token is rug pulled, a bunch of EverRise people who are in the community are always in the thread saying this is why Rise is important. So that's one thing that you guys have in the bag in regards to community advertising. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you guys again. I'll go down to the audience.
Daily, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Jen, well said. Love those answers. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that our community does. They educate. And, we spoke about that on the Phantom AMA we did this morning. And, it just keeps coming up that this community is education first. It's not about buy this token, buy that token. It's here are the tools that EverRise have built. Here's how they can help keep you safe and protect you and your project. We build tools for other projects. We want other projects to work with us. We want to collaborate with others. That's the whole point of the space, right? I mean, if you think about it, the space does not succeed unless we all thrive. That's how you're going to get an influx of new users. That's how you're going to get adoption. So, with that said, we're happy. I see the snaps, Jen. With that said, we're very happy to work with other projects. And, if something happens like a rug pull, God forbid, but, that's the nature of the space we're in, you bet that our community is going to be there front and center, ready to educate about Everown. That's just how it's always been. And that speaks to the maturity and intellectual, ability of this community. So, I say it every single day in spaces with Hakuna, but, this community is the best community in DeFi. Whether it's the biggest or not, it doesn't matter. It's the quality over quantity. And this community definitely has quality. I'm going to bring up Jay. I know you've been patiently waiting, Jay. Thank you very much. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going all right. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
All right. I actually had a question about I know when we went from V1 to V2, there was the ability to add in another wallet in case you were compromised. As far as the V2 to V3, when those tokens are airdropped, let's say our wallet is compromised on V2, would those tokens and stakes go to, like, which wallet would they go to?
Yeah, so if you aren't using Migrate, so if you've got tokens that are staked in a wallet address, they will go to the same wallet address via the airdrop. So staked tokens will go to the same wallet address. If you've got unstaked tokens, you can move them to a new wallet address via the Evermigrate function.
Okay, so how would that work?
However, sorry, Jay, I'll just hop in there. I think we were having some, because you know that there are people with staked tokens whose wallets have been compromised. Let's circle back to you on this specific question next week, because we were talking about putting in some processes potentially internally to try to get the tokens to the right spot if your wallet was compromised.
Okay. Okay, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jay.
no problem.
I'm going to bring up HWL. Hey. HWL, are you there? You might have to unmute in the bottom left. HWL radio.
Oh yeah. Oh, my mic was off.
No, yeah, no worries. What's going on? How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Yeah, I had a question because one of my investors, like I was trying to tell him, coach him over the phone when EverRise, he still got EverRise version 1, and he was wondering what could he do. Is it closed off to him?
No.
I'm about to move to version.
To move to version 2, that's open indefinitely. Is he on a desktop or is he on mobile? Like
mobile Trust Wallet.
Trust Wallet. So actually, on the EverRise website, if you go to our, I believe it's articles and update section, there is a guide there called How to Use Evermigrate. And we have a video as well as a written format, step-by-step guide that walks people through how to leverage Evermigrate, whether they're mobile, iOS, Android, Trust Wallet, and all those various other things. I would say have them take a look at that. Sometimes it's really helpful to have like an example of exactly what your phone looks like right next to you as you do this.
Okay. And he'll still need BNB, right?
Just like a tiny bit for the gas, correct.
Okay.
Like if he has like a little bit of BNB dust, that in itself might be enough to cover the gas.
Okay, well, thank you.
The BNB chain.
Yeah, smart chain. Well, that was my question for today. It really ain't no big question. It was just I'm trying to make sure he's straight because something big's about to go down with version 3. I just wanted to make sure he could transfer his coin.
There is also a point that I want to make that, if anyone on V1 hasn't migrated to V2, then we'll automatically in a future date, we'll just airdrop people from V1 to V3. So like if for whatever reason, your friend or anyone else doesn't migrate across to V2, then we'll just go 1 to 3 with an airdrop in the future for them.
I imagine that would, just to give you guys some context and time, this isn't confirmed, but I imagine that airdrop from V1 to V3 would happen after liquidity unlocks on V1, which is like coming up in the next couple of months. Right?
Yeah, it's not going to be in the near term. It's going to be
and that's that unlocks June 15th, so still a ways away.
Which is why, hence the guide. So let us know if that guide on the website is helpful for helping your friend migrate over, because if it's not helpful, that tells me that we need to do a better job with our tutorials, our guides on how to utilize our dApps.
Okay, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Sounds good. Slide into my DM. I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, HWL. Mav, how's it going?
TJ, Jason, Jen, how are you guys?
Doing great. How are you? I love your energy as always.
I am great. First off, Jason, how was your birthday?
Yeah, it was good. Thank you. I've eaten a lot of cake, and I went down to the seaside to spend some time with some family and friends. It was like 5 degrees. The wind was blowing really strong, but it was fun. It was fun, and that's what it's about. I had a day to spend with the family, and it's back to the grind.
I love it. And TJ, I love the hoodie, man. That's the hoodie I was talking about.
I know. I wore it for you.
Oh, wow.
I was going through my clothes, which is all EverRise merch, and I'm like, you know what? I got to wear this one today because last week Mav brought it up. So today I'm going to wear my knockoff EverRise beach hoodie.
I love it. And hey, Jen, every time I'm on here, you're never here. But hey, I want to say thank you. Thank you. And thank you, TJ, Jason, the whole team, Suresh. You guys do an amazing job. I love it. And hey, I want to say for tomorrow is a big day for us. I don't actually have any questions. I just want to jump on and say it to all the team and all the community. I want to see all you guys there. It's going to be a fun one, and it looks like an opportunity for us. So please be there. And especially Hakuna is important too. That guy's an amazing speaker. We want him on there tomorrow speaking for a couple minutes, and that will be awesome.
So it's Thursday, not tomorrow, just for clarification.
Oh, shoot. I thought it was Wednesday. I'm so sorry.
No worries. And if anyone doesn't know what Mav is talking about, we have DeFi talks with Gate.io. And Gate is also bringing the guy from YouTube who was people commenting more EverRise. He's an absolute legend, so it's going to be fun. Plus, there's some other special exchange guests, which you'll see on the show. But again, we need, not urge, not want, we need, I'll get down on my hands and knees if I have to beg every single community member to just join that space. Even if you can't listen, if you're in a movie theater and you're watching a movie, please turn spaces on and just leave it. And just leave it. We want to show how strong the Rise community is. The second half of the show, we will be bringing up Rise community members to talk about EverRise and why they love EverRise. So if you want to come up, shoot me a message. But it's going to be a great show. It's going to be fun, and we're all looking forward to it. That's Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern. There's 2 tweets pinned up in the nest here. One is our official announcement of the DeFi talk. Another one is Gate, who didn't even have to tweet this, saying thanks for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be part of such a healthy conversation. So let's show both those tweets some love if we can. We want to support Gate. Hashtag let us in, never forget. But yeah, I'm done rambling.
It's gonna be
yesterday, I was on Twitter yesterday for 6 hours, and I got their attention. They liked one of my tweets.
Yeah, let's go.
I did my part, and I want everybody to do their part. Please join us on Thursday, and especially all the people with the EverRise logo as their profile picture. That will be amazing when they see like so many members of EverRise are here. That will be amazing, and we need to do it, guys. This is a teamwork.
Absolutely. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that's not just a saying. It's extremely important and accurate in DeFi. So stay active,
awesome.
Stay on it, keep spreading the good word about EverRise and educating and just doing what you guys do. I don't have to tell you, you've written the rules for yourself, and it's incredible to watch. Thanks, Matt.
I love it. You guys have a great day. See you on Thursday.
Absolutely. We'll see you Thursday, Matt.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to be bringing up Double GN. Hey, Double.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everywhere.
Good everything. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How is the team doing?
Really good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You're doing an awesome job, and I love it when I hear you guys on here answering questions.
We love to do it. Once a week we do these AMAs, but we're here every single day, Monday to Friday at 2:00, just to chat with the community. Pick up some trickling questions along the way. That's, our EverRise community chat, which is hosted by Hakuna, who's one of my favorite Hakunas in the world. I only know one, so that narrows that down. No, Hakuna, I love you, man. He's a great co-host, and it's honestly electric just to listen to him talk and to feel the energy. And 2:00 Eastern every day, if you're not doing anything or there's an odd day where you are free, just pop in, join the energy, join the conversation. It's great.
I like doing that when I am able to, and it's always fun and it's exciting to know what is in the pipeline,
Absolutely.
So I got one question, and this has to do with the Binance MVB.
Yeah.
So I know that we are gonna have it in the bag already. We do have it in the bag. So question is, what will that mean for EverRise?
What I will say is we did ask when we would hear back and how we would hear back and where to keep our eyes peeled. And they told us that it would be announced at some point on Twitter. You know, for us, we're not going to look at it at any other different way other than this was a fantastic opportunity for us to present our ecosystem until we see the official news from BNB chain themselves that we won. You can go on to Binance.com and look up, you know, what happens if a project wins most valuable builder. What does that mean for the project? If you were interested in seeing like what are the potential rewards we would get, you know, there were a lot of other good projects that also pitched, and until we see it officially written or any official confirmation from our cohort is being recognized by Binance, like we don't really want to make any assumptions about what that means for our project. Like, you know, we're here to build and we're here to get adoption. And I'm sorry if that didn't totally answer your question, but you know,
I think you answered it really well. I think
that's fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. I get you. And yeah, pretty much. I'm excited about that as well. You know, thinking about what would be of EverRise if we are, you know, pronounced to be the winners. That would be huge. You know, so it's the excitement part of it.
Yeah, we just keep on building and displaying everything to you know, all parts of the crypto space, and you know, focus on fleshing out the ecosystem, and hopefully you know, if we build it, people will take notice. And,
that will be awesome. Thank you so very much for taking my question.
Awesome, thanks, Double.
You have a good one. Bye bye.
Only one request at the moment. The Immigrant Collection. I'm bringing you up. How's it going? Hey, are you there, the Immigrant Collection?
You might just need to unmute your mic in the bottom left-hand corner.
Okay. Valios, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Great to be here again. Thank you for having me. I just want to make a comment about the exciting NFT on-chain NFT that we're building. I just want to make sure that everybody that's around and hasn't done any research about NFTs and on-chain and all that is aware that what we're going to build is revolutionary from this point of view of having the ability to actually trade those NFTs and not even affect the chart. So if you are willing to sell your Rise, all you need to do is just trade the NFT, sell it on, let's say, OpenSea or any other websites that support it, and that will enable you to sell it for whatever value it's worth, and you know, whatever value you decide it's worth, and that will not affect the chart. So that's really, really important. NFTs. I came to crypto through NFTs. I'm here because of NFTs, and I think many other people will come to this space because of our NFTs, because they represent utility. They represent an incredible way of trading a token such as EverRise without putting a dent into the chart, and that's revolutionary. Thank you.
It's very exciting.
Well said, too.
Yeah, very well said. Valios, you always speak very well, and you're another one of those community members that every time I hear your voice, I just get energy. You're my natural coffee. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I don't see any more requests at the moment. If anyone wants to come up, say hi. As Hakuna says, don't be bashful. Come on up. Hakuna, you can come on up if you want. I know you're busy, but you know, if you want to come say hi.
They're saving all their questions for the DeFi talks on Thursday, TJ.
It's not going to be really a question and answer period for EverRise on Thursday. Again, I want to stress that. It's going to be a question and answer within, you know, Gate and EverRise and David and the panel. However, the second part of it is not an AMA. The second part of it is where we bring community members up, and the stage is yours to say why you love EverRise, why EverRise is game-changing, why it's the future, why it's needed, why it's important, blah, blah, blah. That is the second half of this DeFi Talks. It's different than the normal DeFi Talks that we do, which is just normally a straight interview. This one, Gate and the other exchange guests want to see the power of the Rise community. So, yeah, definitely show up to that one. Srikant, I brought you up to speak. How's it going?
Yeah, fine, man. Hey, Jason. Hey, Jin. Hey, Hakuna. Hey, DJ.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, not a great speaker, but I love EverRise from the day one. That's it. I love Jen talking about EverRise. She is absolutely amazing. Every detail she goes in, it's awesome, man. Jen, fantastic job.
Thank you. It means a lot.
No, I really appreciate that. Every detail, it's always amazing. And Hakuna, you are the man. Great job you are doing. Jason also.
Jason, you were the afterthought there, Jason. But I just want to say I love you, and you are awesome, and everybody here loves you. So on behalf of all of us, happy birthday! I'm gonna bring it up again because we appreciate you so much, man.
I'm gonna blush. It's fine. Don't worry.
That's right. I know. I wanted that on YouTube because everybody can see it. That's what I was going for.
Happy birthday to you, Jason.
Thank you.
Hakuna, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. I finally got down to Miami. I'm trying to figure out where Pappy works, and he's not telling me. So it's a big city. I'm going to have a hard time trying to track him down. But coming through the airport, big signs all over the place in Miami about the Bitcoin conference the first week in April here. So interesting. I'm curious how many people it draws out. I know that Scott and Vibeman from Big One said they were going to be down here for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely be in attendance. We won't necessarily have a booth, but there will be a few folks.
Jen, I lost you.
Yeah.
Well, for those who didn't hear me, I was definitely be in for Bitcoin Miami. I'm pretty excited. We won't have a booth, but we do already have some preemptive meetings set up around that time. So it's going to be a great time for us to put up that we've been in talks with and had partnerships with and want to get hang out with person. So I am really, really excited for that. You guys will see a change in the us doing our lives. Like I'm doing a live on. I really think it'd be really
Jen,
for you guys.
Jen,
your Wi-Fi. I think it's. I don't know.
We're hanging on every word, so excited, and you're going to break out while you're mentioning that you guys will be in town from Miami for this event and that you'll be around, and everybody here is wondering if they're coming to Miami and when the meetup is going to be so we can all get together. That's what I heard, the collective question from 100 and some odd people in here.
Oh my God.
You said, Jen, did you say there was going to be something different about the live you were saying? And then you broke?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Just saying, we will. EverRise will definitely have a presence at Bitcoin Miami. Like I will likely be there, and during that week when we do lives, you might see us be doing lives from the conference floor, which I was actually thinking really fun. But
really cool.
Yeah. It's like a month away, but I'm really excited. So if you guys are planning on Bitcoin Miami, and if you're able to meet up, we'll swing by and we'll say hi.
Sounds awesome.
Absolutely. Night Riser, I'm bringing you up.
Hey, Night Riser.
Still shows connecting for me. In the interim, I'm going to bring up EverRise City. Oh, it won't let me. There was an error adding EverRise City as a guest. EverRise City, you might have to leave and come back. Good old Twitter Spaces. Twitter's been acting real funny all day.
Yeah, Jen, it may not even be your Wi-Fi. It might just be Twitter Spaces just picking on you. Like it picks on people. It just chooses people randomly. I've got a request here from EverRise City. Let me see if I can accept him.
See, I don't even see that.
Yeah, it's not doing anything, so I'm assuming that the Spaces is a little bit slow at the moment.
I see Night Riser again. I'm going to try bringing up Night Riser.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to come up, just raise your hand. We'll get you up, and feel free to ask any questions that you may have.
I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. That was weird.
No, you're fault, my friend.
Lost in the blockchain. I just wanted to say, yesterday, man, thanks, TJ, Jace, Jen, great job. Everything's going fantastic. And all good things come to those who wait, and we wait patiently, but no problem. And Hakuna yesterday said, like, guys, or maybe it was even Hakuna, TJ, one of you guys said, if you've got two devices, when we have our DeFi talks, log in on both of them. We need as many EverRise holders in that space as possible. And the more EverRise logos that are in there, they will notice. Gate.io will notice. So, guys, if you've got a tablet and a phone, log into both of them. Log into your dad's phone, log into your mum's phone. I loved it yesterday. When somebody came up with that, it was 100% true. Like, the more people we've got from EverRise representing us tomorrow, it'll be amazing. So just do that, guys. Keep up the great work. Love it all. TJ, thanks for the humanoid heads up. I love it. And keep up the great work, guys. Thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. And yes, good things do come to those who wait. You know, I want to go back to that point that you just made, because this is a process with EverRise. We grow slow and steady. You know, we don't want to push too much too quick. I think that the way that we're growing right now is extremely organic. And, you know, I say it all the time, nothing beats organic. Organic is number one. Slow and steady wins the race. You know, we're going to be here continuing to build tools and innovations that the space needs. And all we ask is the community is here with us as well. And you guys have shown us time and time again that you're not going anywhere. And there's nothing we can do to get rid of you, even if we wanted to. So, which we do not do, which we do not want and never will want. But I mean, that just shows the power of what we've built here and the power of all of you coming together as a collective. So, you know, I just, again, as I say every single day, like a broken record, I love this community, and I know you guys love each other, and it's just a win all around.
Quick question for Jen: is our merch still live too? Can we still buy the design, the other EverRise hoodie? Still live?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So a while ago, guys, when we first launched our merch store, we held our first community design contest, and Night Rider's design was the winning community design, and that merch is available at the EverRise store up until the end of this month, and all proceeds from this sweatshirt specifically selling will go to Night Rider. Do you want to tell them? Give you a little drum roll.
Cystic Fibrosis Australia. Something that's close to my heart, close to EverRise King's heart, and his lungs, obviously. Pardon the pun, I am always funny. But all proceeds go to cystic fibrosis. Guys, get out there, buy some merch, rep EverRise, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jen, too. I appreciate that.
Of course. It's a really cool sweatshirt design. I think it's one of the unique ones. Like Night Rider, I'll get in touch with you. Maybe we sync up in like 2 weeks and we can kind of see how much proceeds have we raised and see what else we can do on that front to bring eyeballs to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know EverRise King's bought myself one, his wife one, and himself one. So there's 3, but I'm sure we've sold a few. So guys, get out there too, and who knows, maybe, I don't know, maybe EverRise King will give somebody some EverRise if I start posting their hoodies online. You never know. he might do a giveaway.
King is a very generous man. I will tell you that from knowing him from whenever I started. You know, the man used to do giveaways of Rise tokens all the time. Great guy. Great guy. And honestly, the merch for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation is phenomenal. I love the design. You know, it's a win-win. You pick it up, you can rep EverRise and donate to an amazing cause, which is close to, you know, one of our core community members' hearts. So very important, you know, to give back a little bit. And, you know, you're going to get a great sweater in return. So take a look at the merch store if you haven't. It's the community design sweater. I'm going to see if I can pin a link to it. I don't know if we have a tweet with it, but
I think we do from way back when. We can make a new one. We should.
Sure. Let me do that right now, Jen, if you want to hold down the space.
Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing, and it's all about the community too. If we all stick together, we're all Wagmo. We'll all make it. We're all going to make it. Everything's going to be fine. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Knight. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, that was big. Knight, if you heard what the fella said before who came up here that I commented in the Telegram on, but to have someone say that they found this community and found this project because of the outreach of people here going on to rug pull sites and offering the solution and talking about it to the projects, to the people who've had issues, like that's huge. That's everybody here in this room and everybody in the community. You know, we used to joke about when marketing forever and it became a running gag, but the best marketing is everyone in this room on Twitter, social engagement, other projects. This is a project for everyone in crypto, and don't ever forget that, people in this room.
Well said,
yes,
Kuna.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
No, that's a lie. You always say it better.
Well, I have a question
what
for
you
you.
said before with everyone coming down to Miami. Now apparently everybody here is messaging me wanting to know who all's coming to Miami. Like I have any secret insight. I'm like, I will come down if TJ comes down.
Listen, I love Miami, man. I'll never say no to Miami.
Maybe we can look at seeing what community initiative we can plan out. I do know that like finding up a meeting out there, but could be fun to actually bring like the whole team out. I don't know. We have to see what the budget allows for us to do.
I just want to buy Suresh a beer so bad.
You're gonna have to get in the queue for that one, I'm sure, TJ.
Yeah. Listen, if it's the 100th one, if he makes it to 100, cool. No, it's funny. I mean, Suresh and I were supposed to meet even before he was doxxed, but the border was closed. I went to the Niagara Falls border, but they wouldn't let me through because of the COVID restrictions at the time.
I remember that.
Yeah. I got him one of these sweaters. I had a couple made for him. Had one for him and his wife.
Isn't that for the Certic AMA?
Certic AMA.
Was it just before or just after that?
It had to be around that time.
Because you had them made up for that, didn't you?
Okay, so then it was probably right before.
Wow.
Good memory.
Yeah.
I remember that AMA.
Seems like years ago.
I was so nervous for that AMA. I wouldn't be now, but like it was the first time I was on video, right? Like I was doxing on that AMA, so it was. I was nervous.
Wild.
My hands were sweaty. Bringing up V3 Poppy.
Oh, Mr. Miami coming up now.
Here he is. V3 Poppy, what's going on? I love that I call you something different every week.
I'm trying to stay with the theme of, everyone, that's my name. That's just how it goes.
Love it.
Happy birthday, TJ, Jen. Amazing job. Kuna, you've been killing it all week. I just have to jump in here. He threw my name in the hat. I have to throw his name in the hat. I am slammed with work lately, so I would definitely love it. Have that meetup at the Bitcoin weekend. If you guys are doing that, I'm out here. This is my area, so I'd love to pop in. EverRise merch, all of that. If that's happening, I mean,
see what we got to do, Poppy, is we got to get them in a day early before it starts, or stay a day after, and we got to get them on a charter out for a half-day fishing. That's what we got to do.
Hey, listen, Deerfield Beach Pier if you want. We can stay out in Miami. I mean, come on. Even if it's just a high and by, cheers, I'm down. I just had to throw that in there. Let me run back inside to work, guys.
See you later, brother.
Thank you, Pavi.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it, my friend. We're getting close to 3 o'clock. We're 6 minutes away, so we do have time for another question or two if anyone wants to raise their hand, or if you are up here and have a question, just unmute. And then if there are no questions, feel free to unmute and tell Jason how good his ring light look.
Oh yeah, well, it's because of TJ that I've got the ring light. You know, when you're wearing glasses, you kind of like, I've got it higher. I've got it around the camera, but yeah, TJ was like, your face is too dark. I'm like, okay. So
only because I wanted to see more of it, you know.
So TJ showed off his ring light, and then I was like, wait a minute, and I just like grabbed it. I was like, hey, I got one. so yeah, it's
Hey, Jason, you know there's 3 types of rings. There's the wedding ring, the engagement ring, and then there's the suffer ring.
That was good.
What are you like?
Oh, man.
I wouldn't be saying that to my wife. It's fine. keep that enclosed in this space.
Definitely don't.
No.
Yeah, definitely don't. This is
not relationship advice, but I would not advise it.
Not financial advice, not relationship advice. Peter, what's going on?
We just don't give advice at all. It's easier that way. Just no advice at all. Don't take anything as advice.
We have fun here. Peter, how are you?
I'm good. I don't really have much of a question, but since no one else was raising their hand, wanted to come up here and wish domestic bliss to anyone who's got a partner, and continued freedom to those who are still seeking. EverRise is built to last. EverRise will be here for many, many years. So I came up to do my thing. If you're looking for an early stage crypto project, look for one with longevity. All the signs point towards longevity, not only based upon the quality of the people working for the project, but also based upon the actual dApps that are being released. I'm excited to see EverRise morphing into a decentralized institution over the years, which will provide decentralized financial solutions to anybody who needs one. I'm very excited to see what that NFT marketplace looks like in 5 years once the market is more liquid. And it's just super exciting. So as always, keep killing it, guys. And if you don't love the one you're with, love the one. How do they say it? Well, I bungled that one, but keep up the good work.
That saying. I don't know, but I'm sure it's a really good saying.
Thank you, Peter, the one you want, love the one you're with. That's
there you go.
I got you, Peter. But yeah, it's funny what you just said there. Just something to hit on about knowing that you're in the right spot. You know, we have the right team and the right community and the right tools and the right app when everything we see out there is people trying to copy. But just remember that when they start trying to copy, we're already like 10 iterations down, building on that foundation that they're trying to figure out. So they may copy parts of it. They'll never be able to duplicate the magic that's here. So I saw people on Twitter getting frustrated about some other projects and some stuff going on. I'm not concerned. They're trying to copy us because they know what we have.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to bring that up. I'm not going to bring it up, but I mean, I'll definitely acknowledge it.
That's why I'm community. We've talked about this.
Yes. I will acknowledge it, and I definitely tweeted about it from my personal account. Again, nothing I tweet on there is the views of my company. However, it's starting to bother me. So I think
that a lot of projects can inspire each other, but remember that if things were done before, then you must always bear that in mind when you come out with the words first to market. So just bear that in mind, and essentially we want the continued success of the DeFi space. So there are going to be times where inspiration's drawn between projects and ideas are shared, and that's fine. But I think ultimately the community knows where the utility is, and we just look forward, and I from my point of view, if people are looking to emulate the style of products and services that we're doing, then it must mean that we're doing the right thing. So and I wish them the best of luck.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Absolutely.
And, in a space this small, sometimes it seems a little bit overwhelming, but if you take a step back and you look at the bigger picture, and you see a much bigger protocol by market cap, literally copying or forking the ideas it kind of feels good in a way, because you know that what you're doing is right, and you know that you're on the right track, and you know it's been more than one DApp. So,
but it's one thing to say they're gonna do it, but it's a whole new thing to actually do it.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, Jason. They can try and do it with their third-party farm out teams and have people trying to develop for them as freelancers off Upwork or Fiverr. It's a whole nother one to have Suresh, Ben, and our team in-house doing it every day and every night. So not concerned, not going to give it another thought. They'll never catch up. We'll always be 30 steps in front of them. By the time they figure out where we're at, we've already moved on and we're miles down the road.
And projects now.
There's only one Suresh and there's only one EverRise, and that's it.
And guys, like when we announce that we're doing something, we're literally on the cusp of actually implementing it. So you'll never hear us say we're doing X, Y, and Z and it's going to be 6 months down the line. Like when we announce something, it's literally weeks away from implementation. So, you know, we've got the advantage of being first to market and having our ecosystem built out before anyone else that can copy our code gets to that point. So, you know, but again, I go back to my point, you know, that there will be projects that draw inspiration from what we are doing here. And I want to see a thriving DeFi community. I want to see projects thriving. I want to see more people coming into DeFi. As long as they have the best intentions, I wish them the best of luck. But just be wary about projects that say they're going to do something and look at their track record and make your own decision based on that record. And also the development team that they have, because a lot of the design work, the coding, and the intricate the functions within these smart contracts, they require real dev work. So, you know, if you're in a project and you're not familiar with the dev team, then try to get as familiar as you can, because, you know, like I said, it's easy to say something and it's easy to write a roadmap. It's easy to put a graphic up, but it's a whole different thing actually implementing it. So just do your own research, do due diligence, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing. Do your own research, whether it's about this or, you know, an entirely different topic.
That's just in general. Yeah, TJ, absolutely. Just in general, that's the way to be.
Yeah. You know, you can never be too safe in this space.
And if people are concerned about the fairness of it all, like people stealing ideas, people doing this and doing that, projects in the first year or two are sort of on easy mode. You can just kind of say whatever the hell you want, and there aren't really that many consequences. As projects become more institutionalized, this kind of behavior does meet with scrutiny, and not the positive kind. So I'm happy that Suresh will keep building, and I'm happy to be involved with EverRise.
I love that. Thanks, Peter. On that note, guys, it's just after 3 o'clock, so we are going to begin signing off. I know we have some great community members up here. Actually, you know what? I see Scott requested. Sorry, Scott, I didn't see that before. I'm going to bring you up before we close out here. Hey,
Scott. Scott from Big One.
Hey, guys.
Yo.
Oh, other Scott. Hey, Scott.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
It's going awesome, man. How you doing?
Good. I got a real quick question for TJ. Did you mean to say that ninth DApp is consumer friendly?
Yes.
Is there any more detail with that?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Well done.
It's wide. I think I can give a clue. It's wide reaching. It's a wide reaching DApp, which
Jason, I have the strangest love-hate for you that I can't put into words. That's just torture.
I'm sorry.
You're not, though.
No, he's not.
Well, you guys did really good
today.
today.
I
well
promise.
done, guys.
Yes. Priority number one is getting everyone with the staking contract access to their staking again. So after that, that said, we're going to close it out. I'm going to try doing this thing a little different this time. Instead of, just Jen, Jason, and I doing any closing remarks, I'll see if anyone up here who has their mic muted has any closing remarks first.
I'm going to throw out Thursday night, 7:30. Be there. Every device in your household, every relative, everyone you know, even if they just put it on mute, log in. It's very important with this room and the people that will be in there that we have an attendance. Please, this is really important. Everybody here delivered for the Big One sign up. We deliver here for the tweets. Keep tweeting, get the message out, announce this. This is really massive. Please deliver.
There you have it. Well said, Hakuna. Anyone else, or shall we take it over? We shall take it over. Ladies first, Jen.
Thank you. Speaking of ladies, I wanted to give a shout.
I can't hear a word you're saying, Jen. I'm so sorry. I can see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
Definitely not better. You're now. Oh, she's got. Oh,
she's got a phone call. She's got a phone call. Okay, so
happy National Women's Day to all the incredible women.
Yeah, happy National Women's Day. Again, social media, guys, it's so important. A lot of eyes are on the project. You know, a lot of eyes are on the community. They want to see an engaged, active community that's passionate, which we have. So keep it up. Keep the tweets going. Keep the retweets going. The shares, the likes, everything. It's really, really, really important. And as soon as Jen finishes her phone call, I'm sure she'll have something else to say also.
I feel like she's probably on the phone with the delivery person who's delivering her monitor.
Oh, she's having a new monitor.
Let me see if I was right. Jen, was that the delivery person?
That was that was the monitor. All right, guys. I don't know if, but I gotta go get my monitor before it gets stolen. But happy International Women's Day to all of the amazing ladies in the community. Thank you for all your hard work. You know, I know this sounds really selfish. I'm sure I said my Twitter bio, International Women's Day and Women's Month is a really big deal for me. It's been near and dear to my ever since I was a little girl. So there's that. I'm gonna sign off, TJ. Is that okay? I'm like wildly. I didn't know.
We're all about to sign off, so don't even worry.
Yeah.
Jay, any closing words?
I just want to say a big shout out to the whole team. You know, it's only 3 of us right here, but there's a lot of people working really hard all day, every day to make sure V3 is safe, secure, and awesome. So big shout out to Ben, Suresh, the whole technical team. You know, Buddy, Mintia, who's doing great work on the UI. Storm, who's absolutely blowing it away with the on-chain NFT designs. And you know, without a lot of their hard work, we wouldn't be able to keep to the timeline. So massive shout out to all of those, and you know, the community as a large. Thank you so much again for all the support that you show to us, and you make these things possible. So thank you again.
Yep. And then, you know, our mods as well. You guys work so hard. We appreciate it. I'm going to end off the space today with a reminder of how important it is to attend on Thursday. Please show up. If you are a community member and you do want to talk to Gate in front of a lot of people about EverRise, please send me a message on Telegram. You know, this has to be something that goes down without a hitch. You know, I know everyone is extremely passionate, and I know a lot of you do want to talk to Gate. So this is an opportunity. So please send me a message, and then we'll coordinate and we'll make it happen. Hope everyone has a lovely rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow here at 2:00 with Hakuna for our community chat. And then without further ado, I guess I'm going to log off, end the spaces, wave goodbye to the camera, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.